So wonderful, teach me. Hello, welcome to my live stream. Welcome. How are you? Thank you for joining. Welcome to my live stream. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thank you for sparing time to join. Please say hi on the comment section. Maybe you share how you are, where are you watching from, and basically, how are you? Yes, what time it is from your end, and how you feel, you know. Yeah, but thank you so much for sparing time to join this live. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the sacrifice to be here. Yeah, yes, thank you. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining my live. Please say hi on the comment section. How are you doing? How are you? Thank you for joining. Please say hi on the comment section. Where are you joining from? Maybe your name. Thank you for sparing time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I see you. Yes. We'll be starting soon. Maybe we have a few more people joining, then yeah, we start engaging, discussing, connecting. But thank you so much for joining. It means a whole lot to me, as always. Yeah. My name is Quinta. This is Quinta's Daily. Yeah. Basically, the channel is about spreading hope, message of hope to the whole world, something inspiring, uplifting, encouraging, strengthening. Now that's what the channel is all about. So if you find time and pass by the channel just to watch something, a short video, a post, a long video, or a live stream like this one, I pray and always hope that you don't leave the place empty. Yeah, you'll find something to lift your spirit and to give you hope. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And please do well to like my live stream. Do well to to subscribe if you haven't before. Yes, so that more people can know about the channel and come and watch, come and learn something. And please, if you're joining right now, just say hi on the comment section and how are you doing? What time is it? How is your day or morning or afternoon? Or is it night? Otherwise, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, for keeping me company. I really do appreciate. It's a good Tuesday evening this side. It's actually around 4:41 p.m. Yeah, live from Kenya. I'm grateful for this day, and today I want us to share, to discuss, about something about the art of listening. Yeah, or listening, depending on the school you went to. But anyway, we tend to listen a lot, or to interact with people a lot on a daily basis, almost every hour, every minute, every second. We have a chance to talk to someone. Someone talks and then we talk back. Or sometimes it's just one person talking the whole time as we listen. But I would start by asking, but do we really listen? Or when people usually talk, we just hear them? Are we really good listeners? Or some of us could be good speakers. You can speak so well. You know about the spoken word and everything, the spoken word. We could be speaking so well, but we don't listen. So today we can just discuss about mastering the art of listening, or listening. What should you do as a person when you have a chance to talk to someone or a group of people? What is your role when someone is talking? Yeah. So for me, I would say listening is not just hearing what the person is saying, but it means engaging. It means actively participating when the other person is talking, simply by trying to give them the attention they need when they are talking. Yeah, but at times you find that maybe someone, it could be a friend or a colleague, is talking to you and you are on the phone. You're busy surfing, you're busy checking something, or it could be WhatsApp post, or TikTok or Twitter, name it. A friend is talking to you and they're so serious, trying to share with you what is in their heart, or an information, but you're just off. You're on your phone, or maybe you are looking on the road, the vehicle that are passing, or people who are passing by. So are you really a good listener? And who is that good listener? Right? Or are you a good, if I would say, a good speaker? You just talk, talk, and talk. When a friend comes to maybe to share with you maybe good news or bad news, it's just before even hearing their whole story, you've already cut them short and you've started advising them. You are supposed to do this way, and you are not supposed to do it this way. Or it could be a good news, and before you even hear the whole news, you are over the roof with excitement and shouting and screaming. But do you really listen is required to the very end? Yeah, so today we can discuss and share. Please feel free to share on the comment section. How is it for you to listen to people, to someone, when you are engaging in a conversation, or someone is passing an information to you? How do you handle it? We could hear from all of us, or a few of us who could be willing, on the comment section. Hi, Kiprono, Patrick, how are you? Thank you for joining this live. I appreciate you. Hi, Abdul. I see you. How are you? Good to have you on my live. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like this live and to subscribe if you haven't done so before. Otherwise, I'm so grateful that chosen to keep me company. Yes, I know you could have chosen to do other things, but thank you so much for sparing time to be here. Yeah. So I was just saying, which kind of person are you? Are you a good listener or are you a good speaker? Sorry, or you're just in between. You listen a little and you also talk a little. You're just in between, or you're the extreme one. You talk and talk and talk and talk. Or even when someone is talking, it's their turn to talk. You don't even allow them. You just interrupt and you just say, sorry to interject. And you couldn't even be patient enough to wait for them to hear. Ah, maybe we can learn and share today. We share and learn from one another. Abdul, good to know that. Oh, you are a good speaker. Okay. So people listen to you more, but it's something that we can learn over time. It doesn't just happen in a day, but we keep learning. Yeah, I think we learn until we grow old. Thank you for liking. I appreciate that. And Kiprono, thank you so much for joining. And any other person who is joining right now, please, you can share, say hi to us on the comment section. Please, if you find this live helpful or something inspiring you, please like. And if you haven't subscribed before, please do well to subscribe. Thank you so much. So yeah, what are some of the things that we can look into in regard to listening? I think for me, first is just by understanding what is listening. It's not just hearing someone talk. You know, when someone talk, definitely it's easy to hear unless there's a barrier like noise or maybe something like language barrier. But when all those barriers are out of, they're not there, I mean, it's so easy to hear what everyone is saying, but it's easy to listen and it's also not easy to listen. So listening just means giving that person the attention they need, full attention, being present, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. You are there to just give them time and hear their perspective, hear their emotions, hear them pour out what is from their hearts and what they really intended to let you know. So that is listening for me. And at times it doesn't mean that you will agree with what the person is saying. It could be your opinion is needed, but before you are given a chance to share about your opinion, just hearing what is this person trying to tell me? Can I try to fit in their shoe and try to reason the way they are trying to reason or to figure it out the way they are trying to do it? That is listening. And then once you listen, now you have a chance to interject or to respond or to ask questions in case you just don't understand everything well. When you need clarity on something, you can ask. That means you are really paying attention, but you didn't get what they were trying to express or what they are trying to inform you about. Yeah, so when we've listened well, it's so easy to engage or to have a good conversation. And when we listen well at times, it's also easy to avoid things like misunderstanding. You know, some people say that a conflict just came up because I was misunderstood. They didn't understand me. Why is that happening? Because you listen to this person and you judge them in your mind. You didn't really, you heard them, but you judge them in your mind without trying to absorb what they were trying to express or what they were trying to say. So you just jumped into a conclusion, and then the person feels that. Now the speaker feels, hey, I felt this one was not listening to me. This one was just he misunderstood me or she judged me, or and then things just blow out of proportion. Yeah, so those are some of the things we need to consider when we're having conversation with people. It could be family, colleagues, friends, it could be church mates, the people we meet on a daily basis, even along the road. Yeah, it's always good to give people listening ears. Yeah, then it's the same, it's a two-way thing. When you are talking, for example, when I'm talking to, let me say Kiprono. Kiprono listens to me, and then when it's his time to talk to me, it's also important I listen to him. But it also happened that sometimes when I'm talking, Kiprono listens, but when it's Kiprono's time to talk and just tell me how he feels, I feel like he's not telling me what I want to hear. So I don't listen, I don't give him the attention. I become passive. It's like I'm not being attentive or I'm not present. I'm there, yes, but my mind is so off. I'm doing my own things, or already my mind is trying to work out something, which is not quite good. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone who's just joining right now. Thank you. Please like my live. Please subscribe if you haven't before. It really means a lot. And you can also share, by the way. Sorry, you can also share this live for more people to come and hear and share. Yeah, so that by the end of the day we grow together. Yeah, so what are some of the qualities of a good listener? Yes, and before I share some of the qualities that I'm really finding profound for me, is that I would say listening requires discipline, it requires effort, and it requires intentionality. Yeah, those are some of the things that everyone who wants to be a listener can consider. Just some of them, and the list could be long. But for me, I find this one's quite helpful, that I must make effort for me to listen to other people. That doesn't just flow like that. I have to be intentional and say, I'm going to let my phone be for now, and hear what this person is trying to tell me. It's being intentional to be a good listener. And I also find it as an art, it's a discipline. Listening is something that we keep working on every day, so that each day we get better. If today I didn't listen well to someone or people, I should go and ask myself, did I really give that person the attention they needed from me when they were talking to me, or when they were asking me questions? So I found those three very important, as one who desires to be a good listener, or one who has grown to be a good listener, and they keep reminding themselves that I need to get better. Yeah. And moving on, I would say now that some of the qualities, of course, if you learn through listening skills, there are so many good qualities that have been discussed, or the techniques. But for me, in addition to those ones, I find that a good listener should be very patient. That is the first one. Yeah, if you're a good listener, you would be patient in that. You have that urge or that temptation of just interrupting a little. Someone is talking, but something is just teaching you. You can't just wait for them to express how they are feeling or what they are telling you before you interrupt or before you interject. Just give them room. When you are patient, you are able to get the whole information that someone is talking about. It's just, you just listen. You just calm, you stay active as a listener, and just hearing what are they saying, what is their point, why are they saying it this way. As you absorb it, you be patient and take all of it in there. Now you can ask questions when it's not clear, or now you can respond with so much clarity and so much information, not just being too impatient to interrupt whenever someone is talking. Or it can happen also in a group. Maybe, for instance, you are in a meeting of 5 people or even 100 people, but when a speaker is saying something, your hand is always up. Sorry for interjecting. Allow me to interrupt. No, just take time and hear them out, because it's their time to talk. And when they are done, as you've waited patiently, you should have jotted notes down. You should have noted those points where you really felt were not clear. Then you can now ask or respond. I felt this, you said this, but I didn't hear it properly. Or I really didn't understand. Or I felt you said this, but I would ask a question for further explanation or for more understanding. Then you are a patient listener, which is a good quality. But what happens if every time people talk, you just interrupt? The conversation is never smooth as it should. And the message that is supposed to be conveyed may not be conveyed by the end of the day. Yeah, so are you patient when people talk to you? Or you just hear them and you're busy surfing? You're on your phone, in fact, watching or checking status and laughing at the comedy, or you're shocked by the latest news in the country or in the world. Would you challenge yourself to be a good listener? Or if you already are, you can even do better and become more and more of who you already are. Yeah. And I would also share some biblical verses that just strengthens or emphasizes on being a good listener and just being patient. If you look at James chapter 1, verse 19, it says that we should be slow to speak, quick to listen, and slow to anger. Slow to speak, quick to listen, and slow to anger. It's not telling us not to speak, but just be slow to speak so that you really understand what is this person saying before I start saying 1,000 words. What are they really trying to let me know before I start advising them for 1 hour? Sometimes people don't even share their problems because they need advice. Sometimes they just need someone to hear them out, someone to be in their shoes. And then they just feel, okay, I was going through a hard time and so has listened to me. They have heard me. They have felt my pain. They have worn my shoes. Then that's okay for them. But when you are so quick to speak, you're slow to listen, and you're quick to anger, it's now the other ways around. It becomes chaotic. So may we be good listeners who are slow to speak, people who take time, people who think before we talk, before we respond. But we'll also be quick to listen to others. It doesn't matter the status, and just hear everyone out. What are these people saying? Even if I don't agree with them, but I'll listen to them first, then give them a piece of my mind, and slow to get angry. When you are slow to speak, it could be someone who is talking to you is also telling you a lot of things that are triggering your emotions, or they are provoking your emotions. But when you are slow to speak, you realize that you are able to manage your emotions. Yeah. And as we continue, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has joined this live. Thank you so much. Please share with us who are you and where are you joining from, and just say hello. And maybe how you doing? Are you a good listener or a good speaker? And how do you find that? Yes. Yeah, thank you. And as we continue, I would share another quality that I really find important for me is as a good listener, or as I desire to become a good listener or even a better listener, is humility. You know, it takes humility to realize that the person who is talking to me is not telling me what what is pleasant or the right information I need, or they're just provoking me, or I feel they shouldn't say it that way. But it takes humility to consider others better than me, so that I give them the space and the room to just air out their opinion, their perspective, how they feel. It could be they are so angry, it could be they are so excited, it could be they are frustrated, or they just don't know, they're just confused. But it takes humility for me to hear what they are saying. It doesn't matter what they are saying, I just hear it. Just remembering that I should consider myself less, so that they not considering myself better than them, but I should have humility to remember that they are human beings, they have something in their heart, or they are trying to give me an information. So with humility, I'm able to listen. With humility, you are able to accommodate, if I would say, everyone and hear what they are saying, regardless of their status, their age, or their race, their language. Just having a humble heart to hear them first. Then now I'll say, this is how I feel. Yes, I would say so as another quality that really mean a lot to me, or a quality that I find quite helpful for a good listener. Yeah. I hope you're finding this helpful, and if you are joining just right now, thank you so much for sparing time to join this live. I appreciate you. Please say hello, and maybe you tell us your name and how you're doing. Yeah. And I would say again about the humility, if just a verse from the Bible, Philippians 2, if you read 3 to 4, it tells us that we should not consider ourselves better than others, or not consider our interest more than others. That's why it's emphasizing on humility, having a humble heart to feel that I'm not better, or I'm the one who should be heard, I'm the one who should say everything. My opinion is what matters. So when you have that humility, you are able to accommodate everyone and listen to them with an open heart and an open mind. Yes, you can maybe read that later on, but it emphasizes just about not considering yourself better than others. That is humility. Yeah. Another uh, quality, if I would say, that makes one a good listener is that you are able to understand that what that person is going through. You are able to wear the shoes of that person. In other words, you have that empathy. That's a quality of a good listener. I may not really understand how you feel exactly, but I can relate to you. So I'll try to hear what you're saying. I have not gone through what you've gone through, but I will try to relate, or I will try to understand, or try to imagine what you are going through. So, because of that, I will listen to you. Just say whatever you want to say. I will be here for you to hear you to the very end, and try to maybe respond based on how I feel, and just to confirm that, you know what, I feel you, understand what you are going through. At times you may not, because you might not have gone through the situation, but I imagine, and I know it's hurting, or I celebrate with you. But when the moment are not empathetic or compassionate, you may not listen, because some of the things people may bring to us, it could be friends who are in hard situation, or it could be your own family, your loved ones, or let's not even go that far. If you have a young kid who comes to you and tells you how their day was in school and how they feel frustrated, would you listen to them with empathetic heart, or you just rush into conclusion and say, you did this, you didn't do this, I don't want to? You are advising back to back without even getting the right information, and even feeling how this kid is really feeling and what they are going through, and even the fact that they have trusted you as a safe space. We just mess it up like that. So we should be empathetic when we listen to others. We try to really feel their emotions, and try to feel or imagine what they are going through as they talk to us that particular time. Yeah, I found that quality quite helpful as well. Yeah, and I would say once again, everyone who is joining, thank you. Please say hi on the comment section, and kindly do well to like my live stream. You just press the screen twice, or you tap your screen twice and to like my live. And if you haven't subscribed before, please do well to subscribe. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Moving on, another quality that I really find helpful for me, and you may also find it helpful, is a good listener is wise. When you're a good listener, or you aspire to be a good listener, or you're already good, but you still need to do better, or you get better and better. A good listener is wise, because they don't just respond out of proportion, or without thinking deep into what they should be saying. Yes, that's why Proverbs, if you read Proverbs there is 18, 2, and 13. They just talk about answering without quick answers. They just show how we lack wisdom and how generally it's just about showing lack of wisdom. Yeah, but when we listen before we respond, it shows that we have wisdom because we have sought for guidance. We've thought through whatever we want to respond to, or we've thought through whatever we want to ask. If we need clarity, that is. So that's why wisdom is quite important when you listen to someone. Maybe you are in your workplace, the kind of situation that has been brought before you is quite tough, or a decision needs to be made. When you listen keenly, you are able to figure it out, and with wisdom, sorry, you are able to answer well, or you are able to react well to that particular situation. But when you just hear it and before you absorb it, you just quick to respond, or quick to ask, quick to judge, and quick to make conclusion, at times you realize that you've made the biggest mistake that you might have not made. Yeah, so wisdom is quite important and key when you are trying to be a good listener, or when you're a good listener. Yes. Yeah, I hope you find this helpful as well. And like I said when we were starting, that sorry, that listening is an art. It's not something that is attained just you wake up and I'm a good listener. It doesn't happen that way. It's something that takes time to build. It's a discipline. Something you try today, it fails. You try it again tomorrow, it doesn't work out. But you keep trying. You keep working hard towards doing it and getting better. So even in these qualities that I'm trying to share, I would say that it is something that you have to keep working on. Something like being a good listener, you need to be wise. You keep working on it. Something like maybe you need to have that empathetic heart. It doesn't just come in a day. It needs the guidance of the Holy Spirit to know this is how I'm supposed to respond to so and so. Humility. It takes the hand of God and the grace of God for us to be humble and to be good listeners. Yes. And it doesn't happen in just one day. It takes time, and even patience. Sometimes we can be very impatient because some people could be slow in terms of how they talk or express maybe their information. The way they convey information could be quite slow, and you feel like, I don't have all the patience. Can you just hurry up? Go to the point, straight to the point. That's why I'm saying it's something that takes time, it takes effort, it takes intentionality, and we have to be deliberate. Yes, that's intentionality, and it's a discipline. It doesn't just come in one day. We keep working on it. We fail today, we keep doing it tomorrow, and again and again and again, until we get to where we really want to be. Yeah, so I pray that as we interact with people on a daily basis. And at times it could be very good speakers, which is a good thing. Which is a gift, which is commendable. But as you speak a lot to people, beyond speaking and everyone gives you a standing ovation after you have talked and everyone clapping for you, now it's your turn to learn to listen to others. The same people who are listening to you, it's a two-way thing. You now give it back to them. It's work. It's a lot of work, that has to be done, as there must be a lot of intentionality needed from both sides, the listener and the speaker, so that everyone gets satisfied from a conversation or from any engagement. Yeah, and yeah, just as we maybe wrap up this live, just to list a few things that will show that really this person was listening. When someone was talking, when their friend was talking to them, they were listening. Imagine if you go to a restaurant this evening, if you're in this part of the country, Kenya, You've just left job and you're going for a cup of coffee with your friend and you're just going for a catch up. How have you been? Have missed you and I just wanted us to have a good time. And then you realize that one of you is there and you've ordered coffee. You're just trying to tell them how your life has been, your achievements, the things that didn't work out, the frustrations, the good times you've had, and they're just on their phone. They're not listening to you. They're not giving you attention. Or they're just, maybe it could be an open restaurant. They're just looking at the vehicles passing by or just people passing by and they're even laughing, then that's not a good listener. So some of the things that will make you know that surely this person is a good listener is when they pay attention to you. Are they really giving you that attention? Are they really hearing you? You just talking and talking, but they are beyond hearing, they are listening. They give you the attention. They are not interrupting. Maybe they are nodding. Maybe they're giving you eye contact, whatever it is, but you'll feel that this person is with me in this particular conversation. When that person gives you attention, you will know. Surely this person is a good listener. Another quality that will make you know this one is a good listener is when they give you feedback after they have heard everything you've said. Now they respond, wow, I heard everything you said and I agree with it, or this is my opinion. It shows this person was listening. Apart from feedback, this person could respond maybe with a question. What were you saying when you meant this? Because I noted that you said something like that, but I didn't really get it. That person was listening to you. Yeah, so that will show you that, oh, this is a good listener. But when they're just hearing and not paying attention, there's no feedback when you're done talking. And when you've talked for almost 5 or 10 minutes, you're shocked. They're asked, what are you saying? That one is crazy. You'd know this person wasn't part of me. This wasn't part of my conversation. Yeah, so the basic, the simple things that we experience or witness every day will just show you that this one needs to pull up their socks, or this one is doing better, I can learn something from them. You could be the good speaker, but when a good speaker meets a good listener, there's always something to learn from one another. You realize that, hey, this person is quite eloquent. And then now the speaker realizes that I have never listened to someone like this. I could learn and pick one or two from the person. Yes. And another quality, again, I would say empathy. When someone is empathetic, at least it means they were part of your conversation. And especially when you are going through a rough time, maybe you are confused, you don't know the right decision to make. They feel you. They are in your shoes. And then they try to reason with you. They are trying to come down to your level and try to make you feel that you are not alone in this journey. I'm part of it. I'm here with you. I may not have a solution, but I am right here with you and I understand what you're going through. That's a good listener. Yeah. And I would also say another quality of a good listener is that the way they respond. Yeah. If you read Proverbs 15:1, it's talking about a gentle answer, how a gentle answer really brings peace, or how a rough answer, it could be rude or it could be an answer that lacks grace. It will really show you that this person is a good listener. It could be what I had told them wasn't quite pleasant to them, but they have heard me and they're trying to respond to me in a gracious manner, in a manner that brings peace, in a gentle manner. And this one will also avoid conflicts that are not necessary. So that's a good listener. Yes. And the last one, I would say a good listener avoids the premature judgments and conclusions. A good listener would not just come up with a conclusion that, so this is what they were saying. Okay, I knew it. Some statements like, I knew it. I knew it had to be that way. you know, I knew that person wasn't good, but I knew it had to turn that way. I saw it from the beginning. You're already judging. You've not even tried to reason through with this person. You've not tried to be in their shoes. You've not even tried to think about why things happened the way they did. You've already concluded that, I knew this had to. It has to happen this way. What did you know? If you knew it, then why were they telling you? You could have just come and told them, you know what, I know what you are supposed to tell me. I've read your mind. You don't have to tell me. As a good listener, avoid premature judgment or premature conclusions. They take time to listen, they take time to absorb whatever is being said. They try to reason through it. And then they now come up with a what? A proper judgment and a proper solution, maybe. Yeah, so once again, are you a good listener? Or are you a good speaker? Both are good, but I pray that you have them. They are both qualities required in communication, the communication skills. Because if you are a good listener and you are not a good speaker or a poor speaker, it's hard for someone who is who is, if you're a good listener, you will listen well to when someone is speaking. But when you are not a good speaker, the person who is now listening to you will try to struggle to really understand what you're saying. Yeah, and if you are a good speaker, are you an extreme good speaker, or you are able to balance and come down to the level of someone maybe listening to you? Or you just speak and speak. You speak, after speaking, you speak again. Yeah, it's non-stop speaking, non-stop advising, rebuking, correcting, and until you don't give the person listening to you the room even to express themselves, to respond to you, to ask you questions, or to even challenge you and tell you, maybe I agree with you on this and not on this. Which side are you? Because both good listener and good speaker are good. They're both needed in a communication setup. So I pray that as you engage people on a daily basis, may you have the grace to listen to everyone you meet every day as you interact with people who come to your business. Some people could be very frustrating. Some are frustrating, but just hearing them out, hearing why they are reasoning like that, why they behave the way they behave. You may not give them a solution, but you have listened to them and now understand, oh, so why this is why they do this way. Yes, I pray that as you communicate every day, if you are already a good listener, then keep getting better. Don't stay there and you start to brag how good you are or how perfect you are. Keep getting better and keep ensuring that your listening skills edify the other everyone around you so that they should learn from you. Same to the good speaker. May your skills edify people around you, that they will desire to learn from you. And above all, as we do this, we do it for the glory of God, because God requires to be slow to speak, slow to get angry, and quick to listen. And responding without thinking through is like folly. So we should always have wisdom when we respond. And we respond with gentle answers. Yeah, and may the Spirit of God help us as we walk our daily lives to remember that this is a skill. Listening is a discipline. It's something we have to keep on working through. And we must have that desire. I desire to be a good listener. We must have the be deliberate, be intentional. We must put the effort expected so that we become those we desire to do. And may the grace of God help us as we do this on a daily basis. Wow, thank you. And everyone who has spared time to join this live, I say thank you and thank you and thank you and thank you again. I am forever grateful to you for just choosing to spare time to come and keep me company, to come and support me, to come and learn and unlearn. And through your chat, I'm also able to learn and also able to grow. So thank you so much. Let's keep growing and let's keep making the world a better place by growing in the ways God desires us to. Thank you, and till next time. Bye bye.